welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. This is Jenny Reads Maybe, or maybe I read, or maybe I don't. So for today, I have my June TBR. Now, if you've been around for even a little bit of time on my channel, you will know that I've gone back and forth between TBR games and not having a TBR and just kind of winging it and being a mood reader. Recently, in the last couple of months, I have discovered that I like a TBR, but I also like mood reading. So because of that, for the last couple months, have been picking like 16 books that I would like to get to in the month. I have successfully completed 1 month. I am about to finish this month's TBR. And I find that 16 is a good number. I pick a lot of books that I have that I'm really anticipating or that I have audios for to get to. And so I have 16 new books again to talk about that I want to get to in the month of June. Surprisingly, a lot of them are physical reads. I have had a problem with my Kindle Unlimited recently where I like my Kindle Unlimited more than I like my physical books, which is not surprising, but I have a bunch of books picked out for this month. A lot of them are queer romances because it is Pride Month, and obviously, so I'm gonna get started. I have no particular order. I'll try to say whether they're book club reads or what's going on with them, but I want to start with my highly anticipated read, Glitterland by Alexis Hall. Now, I don't know much about this. I've heard there is like a boy band, but also that there's really great, I think, bipolar depression rep. And I recently was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so I'm really looking forward to this. I want to see like what it's like to read a character that might be going through kind of similar things in life as I am. I've read Alexis Hall previously. I read A Lady for a Duke last year and really loved it. And this is not my only Alexis Hall for the month. Actually, I can kind of talk about that. I do have an arc for Mortal Follies, which I have heard is a like historical fantasy-esque Regency era romance, and I'm really excited to get to that. So that will be one of my first reads of the month because it is out in the very beginning, so I will get to that. I also have Guava Flavored Lies by J.J. Arias. Now, I got this in a the Steam box, like book of they send like quarterly books. This is one of the books that they picked. It is a sapphic romance. I think there's a bakery involved and a little bit of a rivalry. I've had this on my TBR for a while, but I'm glad I can use June to kind of finally get to it. Next, I have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Everybody has been talking about this. Whether it's good or bad, they've been talking about it, and I really want to get to it. The audio just came through on my Scribd, so I want to get to it. It also is the, oh my gosh, probably Smut Book Club pick for June, and I am a part of that. This is not the book that they sent. They have a special edition coming out, but I want to get to this. It's gorgeous. They had me at Dragons, really. I love a good fantasy romance, and I'm highly anticipating this. Next, I have a nonfiction, which is a little strange. I have been in like a really big like romance fiction era, but because it's Pride, I want to get to Greedy, Notes from a Bisexual Who Wants Too Much by Jen Winston. I bought this a long time ago. I was kind of in a stage where I liked nonfiction. I was reading a lot of memoirs, but I really want to get to this because it's Pride Month and because it just sounds really interesting, and I have the audio on Scribd. Next, this is a book that I have tried to read before and then I DNF'd because I was kind of bored, but I was reading it physically and I didn't have the audio. So that is Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. Now, everybody has been raving about the series since the last one came out and the series wrapped. I want to love this. I want to love it so bad. She's going to be at the See Me Lit Con, and I need to love this, essentially. I am going to do audio this time around with the physical. Hopefully that kind of gets me through it. But it follows a family. There's a really big found family aspect also. Obviously there's a werewolf, there's witches. I love a good fantasy romance, as I said, and I can't wait to get to this one. Next, I have Sailor Proof by Annabeth Albert. And this is another one that's been on my TBR for a very long time. I tried to get to this when I first got it. I think I first got it when it first came out a couple years ago, but it just never happened. But now the audio's on Scribd. It's Pride Month. This is, I believe, an MM, like, Navy-esque romance. So I'm really excited to get to this one. Next, I have what is shaping up to be one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and that is Mercy by Sarah Kate. I have the beautiful, beautiful man cover. I'm obsessed with all the men covers in this series, and I'm genuinely obsessed with this series. I've read about a book from the series every month since, I want to say, March, and I really love how the Salacious Players Club just kind of functions. I have heard so many things about this because it is about Bo, I believe, yeah, Bo Grant, and my queen, one of the co-owners of the Salacious Players Club. I'm really anticipating this just because I feel like in romance a lot, and in erotica a lot, we have typically like the man is the dominant in the relationship, and this is reversed. And I've heard that there's a brattiness kind of in here. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting to this. I am going to get the audio. I've read all the others with audio and physical and just love them. I literally want to reread the other ones, but I'm trying to stick to getting through this series. Anyway, I am pumped to get to this. It's going to be so good. I can already tell. Next, I have another one that I've been kind of building up to. I have been in a monster romance era, or an alien romance era, and therefore I have to get to Entranced by the Basilisks by Lillian Lark. Now, I have been slowly making my way through this series. I believe it's a Love Bathhouse romance series, and essentially they are it's kind of like a dating app, but not. It's like they are set up through somebody who is in the first book, and I have loved the other books in the series. I'm really excited to get to this one, and the cover is just stunning in my opinion. I picked this up when I was at the Meet Cute romance bookstore in San Diego for the San Diego book crawl, but I am really looking forward to this. I don't know if I'm going to do audio or if I'm going to read physically. I read the last two physically and really enjoyed my time, but the audios are also really good. So that's one of my monster romances for the month. The next two books are books that I am getting to in a vlog with another book that I'll talk about. I won't tell you what the theme of the vlog is, but I'm really excited to be doing this vlog. The first book for that vlog is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Now, I have heard nothing but great things about this. Everybody reads it and loves it. It is a YA romance, and I have kind of distanced myself from YA because I just find that I'm not typically in the mood to pick up a YA. But after last month reading Haley Kiyoko's new book, I have been kind of in a YA mood, and I'm really excited to get to this. I know there's a lot of like 80s movies references, and I am a big 80s movie fan, so I'm highly anticipating reading this in June. It's going to be super fun, I can already tell, and I just love this gorgeous yellow cover. And yeah, my next book for that vlog is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I've had this is the indie version. I've had this obviously for a while because the new covers have been out for a little bit, but I have the audio on Scribd, and all I know is that it is a hockey player and a figure skater, as you can see on the cover, and that gives. Obviously, I, like many other booktubers, grew up on the hockey guy and the figure skating girl falling in love with the kind of like hate to love aspects while they're training, and I'm really excited to get to this one. I've been nervous. It is a pretty long book for a romance. It is over 400 pages, but it is going to be exciting nonetheless. The third book I have for that vlog, I don't currently have physically, but I do have it on Kindle, and that is Mile High by Liz Tomford. This is another series that obviously I've heard nothing but good things about. Literally everybody raves about them, and I'm super excited to get to it. I believe Mile High is a hockey romance, and it's like a flight attendant with a hockey player for the team, and I'm just really excited for this. The last couple are more Kindle books or books that I want to get physically but don't have quite yet. And so the first one is actually the book club that I host with my friends Dorothy, Zoe, and Kelsey. It is the Kiss and Tell book club, and for June we decided to pick Damaged Like Us by Krista and Becky Ritchie. Now this book is definitely something I'm nervous about. I have not read any of the Addicted to You series, and I've heard that this is the spin-off series with their kids, but I am excited. It is a queer romance. It is MM. And I believe it's also a bodyguard romance, which I am kind of obsessed with. I do love a good, like, forbidden, I'm your bodyguard, I'm taking care of you, I have to protect you moment. So I'm excited to get to that. Next, I have a read-along that I am co-hosting with Dorothy, and that is for the Clover Chapel by Devney Perry. We are doing a Devney Perry along where we're going to pick up a book a month from Devney Perry and then kind of come together and discuss them. I'm super excited. I am in my Devney Perry era. I have read so many Devney Perrys at this point in the year, and I have loved every minute of it. And I'm excited to get to this series and kind of get through it. I am wrapping up the first book right now, so I am anticipating the second book. Next, I have Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young, and I read her sapphic Christmas romance last year around Christmas time and enjoyed my time. I'm really excited to get to this, and the audiobook just came out, and I love a good audio, but it's also kind of single mom, kind of single dad. They're both taking care of their siblings, and they have to come together, and it's kind of a marriage of convenience, and that's really all I need to know. It's giving. I'm excited to get to it. And my last book for my June TBR that I'm really anticipating getting to is Priest by Sierra Simone. So everybody talks about this. Genuinely everybody. My best friend read it last month and loved it. And so we share our like Amazon family thing. We have it together. So she bought the audiobook last month, and now it's my turn. I am going to read this, and I can't wait. I have read 2 Sierra Simone's before. I read, oh my gosh, which ones? I read the Christmas romance that she did, and I read, oh my gosh, one of like her gothic romances, and I enjoyed both of them a lot. So I'm really looking forward to this. I know that there's a big discussion on like religion and beliefs, while also tying it into like smutty good times. And overall, I am super pumped. So that is my TBR for June. I am looking forward to all of these books and looking forward to talking about them throughout the month. Anyways, I hope you will stay with me for the month of June and onward. I am on summer break now, so I have a lot more time to kind of dedicate to my booktube channel. So that is it for me today. If you would like to leave a comment down below, please do. And if you want, you can leave the butterfly emoji, because the butterfly emoji or rainbow emoji for pride, obviously. So that is it for today. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe down below.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.